this is our time. The time is now. We deserve the right to not be written out of the Constitution, and to really create a conversation that we deserve equal rights. And if this amendment fails, which I hope it does, then I think it sets the platform of, okay, how do people that are adopting children have rights, in case one of their spouses, dies? Or, what happens if one partner passes? Gay and lesbian Minnesotans have 515 fewer rights than straight people. And I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. So I gave a donation to Minnesota United for All Families, and I got a yard sign. Put that in my front yard of my townhouse, and I was pretty proud. And about a week later, I get an email from my townhome association asking me to take down my yard sign. And I was upset. I'm like, wait a minute, they're trying to write me out of the Constitution. My rights matter. And so I got upset, and so I contacted a sign company I know, and I decided to make my message larger than life, and had Vote No decals made. And this is car number 130. I believe by the end of today we'll have over 200 cars wrapped.
I was wearing my Vote No wristband to work, and I was asked by my supervisor to take it off because it was offensive. So in retaliation to that, I decided to have my car stickered with Vote No. I felt like a slap in the face because everybody else in our office can walk around and talk about their husband, wives, kids, and wear their wedding rings and basically flaunt their marriage in front of me. And what's wrong with me voicing my opinion by wearing a small piece of jewelry saying Vote No in support of my beliefs?
I've had people look at me and say the F word and whatnot, and I look at them and say, I'm bigger and stronger. Do you really want to start this conversation? And it's funny because it's just like I think people still think it's okay to degrade people.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we were fighting different fights. The rights of people that were minorities, the rights of women to have equal pay. Immigrants, right? I mean, there's all these groups of people that have equal rights, and it's like, well, why not gays and lesbians? I mean, we're all people too. We all pay taxes. We all do our part. So, when it comes to things like healthcare, inheritance, children, things of that nature, it's like, I don't think that we're second-class citizens.
We have moving billboards. We have the Vote Yes. If the billboards are up, we got moving billboards.
And that's the best part about this.
And there's lots of thumbs, and there's lots of beeps and waves.
My partner and I have been together for almost 13 years. And I cannot stand the fact that we are trying to be limited to not being able to get married. We knew that this was who we wanted to be with the rest of our lives, and when you get into the committed relationships, that's the biggest thing for it. It's about love, and I make the comments all the time that no matter how you do that, you perceive this amendment, that gay people are still going to get married, they're still going to be in relationships, they're still going to have children, they're still going to adopt children, and at the end of the day, the gay isn't going to go away, and this isn't outlawing gay people.
The fun part about all this is that most people that are here weren't activists to start with.
Right.
These are all people that, got inspired by the campaign and they want to participate. I mean, frankly, I wasn't an activist until all this started happening. And when all this started happening, I kind of got a smack in the face like, wow, this is our time. People are going to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/groups/VoteNoMN. And on that page, people are contacting us personally. I mean, right now I go to work, I go home, I meet people in my driveway, meet people on the way to the gym, and whatever we need to do this next week to get as many of these stickers on the cars. Asking for a $50 donation, and all the profits from it are going to Minnesota United for All Families. And luckily right now we have a corporate sponsor that's doubling the profits that we get from this. So most every single dollar that we get for this is going directly to fight this hateful amendment. That no one can regulate private property. We need to get the message out. I mean, it's important that people, everywhere know that they should vote no. I mean, this is our group, our efforts called Vote No, taking it to the streets. And what's really kind of happened is, one set of stickers has turned into hundreds.
Yeah.
And people are really activated. They're parking their cars in visible places. I actually did a 2-week protest where my car sat in the driveway for 2 weeks, making my point.
It basically turns your vehicles into a moving billboard so that people, some people are supportive, some people are not. And the other thing is it raises questions with people that don't know or haven't followed the initiative. And I've had a lot of questions from people, why is this a vote no? Should I be voting yes? But I support gay marriage. So it's kind of opened and asked a lot of doors to people that I don't think would have asked the questions otherwise. It's basically we're moving from car to car in teams of 2, asking them what colors they want because some cars look better with others, and we just kind of work our way in, first out.
I mean, I have stories of people all the time telling me they can't wear bracelets at work that say vote no, or they're being oppressed in certain ways. And this is really their way to bring the message to the streets. And I love it. People wave, they honk, they take video, they take pictures. And if it creates one extra conversation that helps educate somebody that this amendment takes away rights from people, you know, is important. I mean, you think about this, right? This amendment isn't about whether or not you agree with gay marriage.
Right.
This amendment is about whether or not you agree with basic civil rights.